How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel Serve to Build, where I bring you through the everyday of what it's like to build a startup. So, to give you context, if you're new to this channel, my name's Spencer. I'm one of the co-founders at Dotflo. My other co-founder, Nemeth, usually joins me for a lot of these, but he is actually visiting family right now back in India. But we'll be reunited here in the next few weeks. But at Dotflo, right now, the current focus that we've been focused on the past, I'd say about two months, is building a tool that can help healthcare or health technology, pharmaceutical companies sell into private practices and hospitals and provide them more up to date contacts and a faster way to sell through automation. We've learned a lot through that process over the past 2 months, and we have been doing a lot of reflecting, and it's led us to a few different conclusions. And we actually really came to a little additional takeaways this week as well that will help us move forward in the coming weeks. So I would say the first win would be that we have more clarity on the data side on where is the potential gap with tools like Definitive Healthcare, which is a data provider for healthcare companies selling to hospitals, and ZoomInfo, and even Apollo. I'd say the biggest gap are small private practice um, management data. So contact information for maybe someone who's running front desk or someone who's running finance. That information is a little bit harder to get because they are smaller private practices. They don't really have super up to date websites, or there's a lot of change within these different organizations with people leaving one position to another. And there's a little bit of a gap there. So we're just exploring that a little bit more to see if this is something that could be really valuable. But we don't have all the facts right now, but it's something that has become a little bit more obvious to us this week. Secondly, we are continuing to use the tool internally. We have people who are still wanting to use our tool, who are coming back daily, uploading lists, doing that reach out. Right now, our tool really can be used for any type of use case. When it comes to outreach, there's not a whole lot of specialization within healthcare. That healthcare piece just comes from us seeing if there's an opportunity to build that data side and layer on top the automation side. But like I said in previous videos, the automation side within our tool doesn't really even fit super well within most teams that we've chatted with who sell into healthcare, just because how personalized it has to be. There's not a lot of mass outbound that has to happen, which is another big learning for us. And then thirdly, we are doing a little bit of a test within another vertical. It's kind of applying what we've already built, and we built like a very brief prototype, and we showed the output to a potential customer or potential interested party that might want to try with us. We're not going to build any more software until we have more signal if this is a right path forward. And signal to us means about 4 to 5 people who are ready to pay us to do things manually for them. And then we'll start building software that build one core feature if we see this to be a good foreseeable feature. But right now we're keeping our minds open, but we're also staying focused with the previous focus that we've had over the past 2 months, and then this right now. So those are the wins for this week. I think we did a good job on that front. The challenges that I think we're still facing is clarity on um, the data side as well. I know that was kind of like a win of understanding that this is a gap, but I still think there needs to be a little bit more evidence um, uh, with a little bit better of an understanding of what these platforms, for example, Definitive Healthcare. We kind of know what ZoomInfo provides, but really Definitive Healthcare, how good of data are they giving on these smaller private practices? And we are having some conversations this week with people who use the tool, which will be helpful to provide clarity on that front. And then secondly, there's just still a little bit more clarity on the other idea we're testing. We're not really recreating the wheel with what we've built. We're just really applying it to a different vertical and seeing if this is something that could be really valuable for them, as we see this not really being there hasn't been like a big first mover within this other vertical that could apply our technology that we've already built. So there's still a little bit more clarity on that, and there's going to be some focus this week to provide to get us more clarity through reaching out, through cold calling, whatever it might be. But those are the wins and the takeaways for this week. We're learning a lot each day. We're moving faster. But it's challenging sometimes. It's challenging to know that you had people who are wanting to pay for your platform, and you have to say, hey, we're going to come back to you in 1 to 2 weeks. And if this is still a good fit for us, meaning we want to move forward with this for the long term, we can see this becoming something that can be really valuable for them now, but also be differentiated in a way that over time we can continue to grow our presence within this industry in a meaningful way. And finally, thank you guys for listening. Feel free to add any comments, likes, whatever it might be. The support goes a long way, and we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep trying to get better each day. I mean, that's what you have to do. This is a long-term game. Nemeth and I are in this for the long run, and we're not going to be stopped. So that's just the mindset you have to have. But appreciate you guys watching. See you next time.